All right, guys, back here again at it. You already know, Transparent Fox. So, if you guys were watching some of the last two videos or whatever, we're about to get ready to prime these key things, key features with painting plastic and painting metal. A lot of people, you know, like I said before, I don't know if you guys watched the last videos, you can fight about this in the comments, but we're going to go ahead and just metal etch this, etching primer on the bare metal, because this is bare metal. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, I know, guys. But we're going to go ahead and metal etch some of this, where all the metal basically is showing. We're going to go ahead and etching prime this on this. We're not going to put a crazy heavy coat. A lot of people would say cover it, man. And I guess we can. I mean, it's probably not bad to do. After shaking it a while, though, it's actually got some color to it. Just throw a little bit on there, kind of let it dry. I'm going to keep shaking this real quick. All right, looks pretty somewhat-ish dry. There's a little wetness right there, but we're going to let it sit for a second anyway. I hate rattle cans, man. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't like to rattle can shit. And this is what we're doing right now. So, just going to put a little bit on there, just so that people don't say, you put primer over bare metal and didn't put etching primer? Because I already know. Somebody will say it. Somebody will say it. We're going to move this out of the way just a little bit. Only reason being, because we're going to put some of this Bulldog adhesion promoter on there. I think it's pretty well good, man. I don't think I really got to shake this shit. Then again, it's been sitting on my shelf for, I don't know, a couple months maybe. Make sure we get a nice give that a couple minutes. I think what I'll probably do while that's drying, I'll go ahead and make up some primer real quick while you guys just kind of watch that dry for a second. And we'll eventually, I think we'll do a video on making some primer. Primer's pretty easy though, guys. I mean, it's all on what you have. Whether your ratio is 4-to-1, 2-to-1, 1-to-1, whatever. It's pretty easy to do, guys. You just look at your canister. I mean, your can pretty much tells you on the side, usually on the bottom of the can, kind of in the back, or sometimes even on the labels. They say, 4-to-1. Like my chroma-based primer, for instance, it says 4-to-1. Let's go ahead and what I'll do, I guess, is I'll show you guys kind of, because you guys need to know this, I guess. So what I'm doing over here, real quick, I'm just kind of spinning it on a drill, and I'll kind of explain it when I go and show you guys real fast. It's where I need to get the second camera going again and really get it, but just kind of winging it, guys. Just winging it, basically. really winging it, dude, after seeing, you know, shops that I've personally worked at where I'm from, you know, just do like really crappy jobs. Stuff that I felt like I could do out of my garage. So that's what started, you know, this really. I mean, I've always been Transparent Fox and always have been painting, but this is what made it happen now, you know. I'll show you guys on the share real quick, kind of. So, I mean, I just use a mixing cup only reason I'm using a mixing cup right now is because we're just gonna put it in a regular primer gun like HVLP top pressure gun. So this is 4-to-1. It says chroma base 4-to-1. If you don't know, look for this on your can and it tells you 4-to-1, right? So what that means, you look on your canister, and if you have another liner, usually the liner inside has, you know, the things on it. So find your 4-to-1. Here we found it. So we're going to go up to the 1 right here because we don't need a lot of primer. We're just going to make a little bit. So we're going to go to that 1. Just enough basically to put on our plastic and stuff like that. No reason of trying to waste primer here. And then we're going to go ahead and use some medium hardener. With the Chroma Base actually has it to where their primer hardener and their sorry guys, and their clear hardener is the same hardener actually. So kind of get on it. Okay, there we go. Doesn't take much. So we didn't put much in there anyway. We'll just sit here and kind of mix this up real fast. In fact, this needs another coat. Let me do that real quick. We're just kind of stirring this real quick right here. I really don't want to get it next to that, just in case I get a splash out this cup and it lands on there. That'd be horrible. Not too bad, but still, we don't want that to happen. We go pour this in the primer gun over here real fast. And And what we'll do, I guess, with this, just because we want to scuff it and make sure that it bites. Some people would probably just put primer over that or put primer over it while it's kind of wet, but we just want to scuff it just to make sure that the primer that we put on top of this is going to stick to it. And I kind of feel like this isn't. I think it's really these scuff pads, man. I don't like these scuff pads. These big, thick, like red scuff pads. They're not as good. They're not as good as the small 3M ones, I don't think. They feel like they scuff like pretty aggressively, but I don't know, man. Something about them sometimes. They just make me wonder. And then once again, we'll take a blower and blow this off. All right. So I probably should turn my dang dryer on, but it's primer anyway. This doesn't really matter. And we'll run through a setup one of these days, more of what we should really be running. All right, so we're just gonna let that dry for just a couple seconds here. Some people, if you're working, you know, obviously in a hotter, I mean, we're in a pretty warm environment, but um, most people, man, they just give it a couple seconds here, or they'd probably have put that one coat kind of even lighter, and they probably would have slammed a really good second coat, and they probably would have just left it. But what I can see as I'm looking at it right here, I can see that there's not we didn't sand it good enough where the bare metal was, and you can kind of see like a little indifference of basically having 3 or 4 layers, 5, 6 layers of paint right here, and then going to bare metal. I can kind of see that right there. It needed to be sanded out a little bit more. But once again, it's gonna be white. We're not gonna see it. This is a buddy of ours that, you know, he's just trying to get it done real quick and not be all crazy, you know. But he does want it done right, and we are gonna do it right. That's all we do around here anyway, guys. We don't mess around when we paint cars. We make sure that we know what we're doing. I think I don't know. We'll just we'll just show people what we can do. But I feel like there's really nobody out there that can stand next to us as far as doing garage style stuff. Us not really having a booth and stuff, man. Our knowledge, um, you know, we know some stuff. We're not the smartest. We're not, you know, we're still learning different things. But man, we've been around this industry long enough that I mean, I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. There's nothing that I haven't really seen, you know, to impress me. So to me, it's kind of whatever. This industry is just the same old same, you know. And that's once again, that's why we started doing these videos, guys, just to kind of show you guys, you know, like kind of what the industry's doing. This is what they're doing at your you know, local shops that you took your car into, and you know they paid that $500 or $1,000 deductible to get your car fixed, and some kid like me is the guy that's fixing it, you know, or prepping it and doing this right here, you know, to get it ready for the painter, which I've done that job too, and you know I've kind of seen it, you know, kind of how it works in the insurance company side. So that's where, I mean, if you guys are watching these videos, you know, we've seen it, you know, we've been there, we've kind of, man, we've done a lot of different cars. Side jobs, we've done a few, and a lot of cars, inside the insurance shops, priming different vehicles and cutting them in. I mean, there's some vehicles in there that I thought would get totaled, but man, you see them get fixed, and it's just crazy. It's nuts what some of those guys do. And people will say, "Oh, insurance shops, you guys are a bunch of hacks." And yeah, you do so many hours, but you're a hack job. But I mean, look at the way I just did this. Is this a hack job? Did I do anything hack job about it? I feel like I took the procedure properly. You know what I mean? To a point. If there's something you guys feel like that I could have done differently, let me know, man. I mean, there's always learning out here to do, but I feel like, I've been around it. I've put my time in, guys. I've put my time in. I've probably put about 10 years into this industry, learning myself, through my own mess ups and accomplishments and different things like that. And I'm not saying I'm the best, but I do know what's going on. Nowadays it's a lot easier with videos like this at your hands and stuff like this. You can Google anything nowadays and pretty much, learn how to, do programming the chips or, soldering chips onto motherboards and stuff. I watch videos like that, but I still feel like once I try it, I can't solder those things. It takes a talent to a point, but I still feel like painting doesn't really take a talent. It's just doing it. It's pretty easy. You just got to know what you need, and I guess that's everything. There's certain tools that make your guys' work go a lot faster than what makes my work go faster. So, if you guys are watching this video, whatever your job is out there, man, let me know. I'm curious to see what other people do. It's kind of nuts what some of my friends have been out there doing. I've seen people do they were programming like missile heads or something. I thought that was pretty rad. I was like, dude, I'd love to have that crazy job. All right, guys, that's it. That's all it takes. 2 coats, kind of thick. If you guys were wondering the pressure, this thing's kind of messed up, but it looked like it was around 20. But like I said, I think this thing always reads 20. But just cut. What I've learned too, even about priming, man, you guys don't gotta have your material all the way open, and just kind of cut it back down a little bit. You know what I mean? Make it to where it's, you get some material out, but you don't need it all crazy. I always open it too much, and then I get it too crunchy with this primer gun. So here recently, actually, I just kind of closed it. I've noticed my primer's laying out a lot slicker to where if you really wanted to be that guy, right? I'm not that guy, but you could, if your primer is clean enough and you don't have a lot of orange peel in it, you could dang near just scuff it and base it and clear it. I've heard painters tell me that. I don't do it. Stop. Before you start typing, I already know, guys, stop it. I don't do that, all right? We're going to come back and we're going to sand this tomorrow when it's properly, done. We're not going to do it right now, but we're going to give it 24 hours. Only reason we're going to give it 24 hours, we just don't have, we don't have a booth here, guys. I could put a heat lamp on it and heat lamp it, but no point in getting crazy. Let's just let it sit. Let's let it do its thing. We have a little bit of extra primer in here we could put down on the bumper just to put some more on there, but really no point in getting crazy. It already is enough. That's good enough. Trying to think if there was anything else we needed to prime. It's always good to try to, which I kind of thought that would be it. Guess I could do the caps, but it's all right. Yeah, that'll be it right there pretty much then, man. we'll throw this primer away and you know, maybe catch us in another video later on of us finishing it, and we'll kind of see where we're at there. But I appreciate everybody, you know, like, subscribe, you know, whatever. Tell me if I suck, whatever you guys want to do. Yeah, I'm just here, like I said, because I've seen what a lot of people do out here locally. I can't say personally that I've watched a lot of YouTube people that are doing refinishing on YouTube. But I know as far as on Twitch, I feel like we are the only refinishing channel on Twitch. I would personally like to say that we are. I don't know. I mean, I've looked at a few other things. There's some mechanics on there, but as far as painting, I don't think I've seen somebody do what we're doing here with cars. So I think we're the first, you know, automotive refinishing streamer on Twitch. But I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. But like I said, I mean, it seems like it. We've been doing it for at least a couple months. We don't make a lot of videos, and we don't really stream a lot. There's a lot of times where I start doing cars, and I just don't get into it, man. I really don't. One, because I don't feel like I get a lot of views, and I know if somebody comes across this and hears me say this, they're gonna be like, bro, you're barely putting any effort into. You got to put a lot more than that to even get, you know, more. So with that, I do understand that I got to be more consistent with this, but like I said, guys, it's just hard for me to really get into it when I don't really feel like a lot of people want to watch it. But what I've noticed through some of the Facebook channels and stuff, there are people out there that do want to see this being done. You know, you guys want to learn the industry, and it's kind of sad because there's even people like me, you know, I'll dog some newcomers, man. You guys do some pretty crazy stuff. Or some of these older guys that, you know, had been doing it back in the day start doing stuff now, and it's just kind of hilarious, you know. It's changed, and it's always going to change. I shouldn't dog anybody for it, but I do like to try to do things right, and that's why, obviously, the bumper here has been R&I'd. Made sure that we R&I'd it because I didn't want, you know, the stuff coming behind it, because somebody is going to say it. I would say it, and I'm not mad at you guys. You guys, you know, if you guys are dogging people for no R&I, bro, do it. More power to you, man. Awesome. Because you can't be doing that. You got to take people's stuff off, man. You got to R&I the bumpers properly. You got to make sure that, you know, things are done right, man. We want to you know, we want to look good in our job, man, our industry and stuff. We don't want to be that guy that's just like, forget it, man. Whatever. You know, just doesn't care. I've personally seen bodymen put a bunch of like Bondo shavings in their primer or in their Bondo, like their wet Bondo, before they started laying more stuff, just to get like more body structure from the Bondo. It's crazy, right? So lucky for us, we're not using like some really, really cheap primer. So therefore, we get a lot longer window time to prime. Like if we wanted to put a third coat of primer on there, we can. There's a lot of people that they'll buy cheaper primers and they just dry way too fast, man.